Bowl. I know all the videos aren't posted yet. They are coming. I'll get them out by it's fun. Eagles versus Dolphins. Let's get it.
EA Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the National Football League.
It's time for the biggest event of the year as we're proud to welcome you to the Super Bowl. Tonight, it's a battle for one team to join the greatest to ever play the game between the Miami Dolphins and the Philadelphia Eagles. Kate Scott and Brock Hewitt, happy to have you with us. And this is an unusual spot to be, Brock. Both teams here, they have fought and earned their way to this one. Yet this still looks like could be one more lopsided Super Bowl matchups that we have seen in our time in the NFL.
It looks that way on paper. So we know, we've watched it through the centuries, that we know that upsets happen in this moment. Broadway Joe's guarantee and the Jets win. It's just the third Super Bowl. David Tyree's helmet catch as those Giants shock the Patriots to their perfection. They too is the greatest show on turf. This moment, underdogs emerge.
A tradition started back in 1967 has now reached its diamond anniversary. And off we go in Super Bowl 60. And a decent run back is going to end as they bring him down inside the 30. So here come the Eagles for their opening drive. They're led out by an incredible score through the air and on the ground. He was picked 53rd back in 2020. It's Jalen Hurts.
Kate, I can only imagine what's running through his mind right now. What an arduous fight across the entire NFC postseason to get to this moment. Now, this is one of those moments you just go back in that backyard as a kid and close your eyes and you dreamed of when you were little, and you're living in it right now.
Pickup of 12 on that play. And that'll be good for a Philadelphia first down. They go to Barkley again. Shoots up to the races, middle of the field. He does it, touchdown, Philadelphia. The Eagles take a 6-0 lead right away. Saquon Barkley the touchdown. I don't think touchdowns are going to come that easily the rest of this game, but starting out, we all welcome the quick score.
Yeah, not a lot of energy exerted, right? Not a lot of their cards shown just yet. They only got a couple plays into their strategy, and they found pay dirt. A lot of mystery still to come with what they're going to do schematically. A lot of answers have to be found defensively.
Now Jake Elliott on to attempt the extra point. The point after splits the upright. And the Eagles will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Elliott's all set for the kickoff. Return starts from the goal line. Escapes the defender. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20. So here come the Dolphins as they get set for their debut series. They'll be led out by a proud Samoan and one of your few fellow lefty QBs, Brock, Tua Tagovailoa.
Well, here he is, Kate, in the role that I and so many other quarterbacks dreamed of being in during our careers, leading the AFC champions out on a Super Bowl Sunday. The journey? Well, it's only become more difficult every step along the way, from the regular season through each run of the playoffs. And it's prepared him for the moment he's walking in right now.
They get 19 on that pickup. And it's going to be first down Miami.
As long as these are the results he's getting, they're going to be just fine with him calling his own number. He does such a good job of seeing the field and knowing when it's his time to take it himself.
He puts a Mayer under it deep down the middle. Defender arrives right as the the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. When he's taking chances like that help make them a postseason team, Brock, they're going to need to connect on at least a couple of those in this game.
Exactly. These are the types of plays we expect from every team in the postseason, right? Well-timed risk and an aggressive mindset that reflects all the stakes of each and every game.
And he can't escape this. The Eagles take him down. And that's going to add some distance onto this upcoming third down.
Oftentimes, these early exchanges are just a feeling-out process for rushers and blockers. They can also set the tone for the battles the rest of the game, and that defender, you know, with an early win, he's feeling really good about himself.
Let's see what they went with. Third down. Here he goes, third and long. Kenny's under pressure, and he goes down. And a couple of really good plays, Brock, made back-to-back behind the line to bring up fourth down.
I got a sense, Kate. He went to bed last night dreaming, can I get a sack? Can I find a way to get to the quarterback? Well, he didn't do it just once. He's now done it twice.
Now it's Jake Bailey, who's out to punt this for the Dolphins. Cooper to Jean to return this for the Eagles. And there won't be a return on this one. It's out of bounds, and the mark looks to be at about the 16-yard line. The Eagles about set to get going for their second drive. And so far, they've executed exactly how they drew it up, Brock. Early lead, no points allowed, and a chance now to seize control of the game on their second possession.
And Kate, generally, offenses love to script their first 10 to 15 plays. Well, this entire game script is playing out just the way they want to. Well, that's a pretty similar result to a first down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, and makes second and third down a whole lot easier to manage.
Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. They'll go from the gun with Barkley. He's unable to get away from that tackle. Good work by the defense. Nothing gained on second down.
These big D tackles in this league, they love weaponizing their size right in the middle of the field. It is so hard to clear lane against them. And once he got his paw on him, it was dead on arrival.
Chance to move the chains here on 3rd and 4. Shotgun snap for Hurts. Finds Barkley underneath. And this one breaks beautifully as they're going to get it forward to the big play, 23 yards to move those chains.
First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Every time I see one of those angle routes, I think back to my day one install. Rookie minicamp in the NFL. Texas, angle route. 49ers of the 80s, they were making hay with it then, and the running back still doing it to this day.
Toss play to Barkley. He's forward, gets a couple of yards. Zach Sealer there to bring him down.
I don't mind that call on the early downs. Give that defense something to think about. You got the inside run between the tackles, whether it's jet sweeps or a little swing pass, or in that case a toss, make sure you threaten to the outside.
Following that little 2-yard run, it's 2nd and 8. The toss, running left side, it's Barkley. And they are going to have to face a 3rd down here, but only need a yard at most as this play picks up 7.
Well, that doesn't net a first down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
All right, looks like they're going to try to power this across. Goal line formation on 3rd and inches. Ready for that sneak, weren't they? They stop him at the line, no gain.
That's more than a must-get for a quarterback. I really put that in the always-get territory. Even if the defense knows what's coming, you got to be able to drive forward for at least a couple inches.
Markers are reset. Here we go. Ball at the 44. First down, run with Barkley. And a solid gain there, Brock, of about 5. Takes him inside the 40-yard line.
You gain that kind the yardage in the run game, and you're going to gain the trust of your offensive coordinator. Plays like that, runs like that, set the table for everything else in the playbook.
So gain of 5 on that first down. Let's see if they can repeat that performance now here on second. Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. This is complete, downfield to Smith. He's got his guys into the red zone before someone can force him out. It's a gain of 22, and that's good for an Eagles first down.
The analytics will tell you a handful of these kind of plays per game, and your odds per drive of scoring go way up.
Hurts on first down. Has him on the quick hitter. And it's another first down on this drive. Man, this time they're into first and goal.
16 more yards. That's another Eagles first down. First and goal at the 2-yard line.
Good offenses. Okay, good play callers know how to utilize their personnel. They know where they wanted them. They wanted him in a route in space where he could make that initial play comfortably, but then go to work after.
Barkley is in. Touchdown, Philadelphia. The Eagles take a 13-0 lead. Saquon Barkley, the touchdown.
Okay, 2 offensive possessions, 2 offensive touchdowns, but even sweeter than that is 2 rushing touchdowns. You are setting the tone and the mindset, and this defense, they better regroup.
Elliott on now to attempt the point after. Extra point set right down the middle. And the Eagles drive out to an early 14-0 lead.
Dolphins nothing.
Elliott's all set for the kickoff. From a couple of yards deep, this is going to come out. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20. Now we're going to see the Dolphin offense for their second drive of the contest. And it was a situation they prepared for, no doubt, Brock, but hopes that they wouldn't see. They're down early in the biggest game of the year.
Hey, listen, nobody said we need...
Eagles are on it, and down he goes. And after one play, this drive might already be in trouble. That's going to push him back for second down.
Okay, it's pretty clear, isn't it? It's this constant pressure that this defense has imposed on this offense to keep them out of rhythm and build up this lead. This offense is not going to offer a comeback if this quarterback continues to run for his life.
A lot of work to do as that sack makes this a tough 2nd and 17. Tua now from the gun. And again, an interception is dropped. Looked a whole lot like the last play, didn't it, partner? And again, the turnover escapes him. It's going to be third down.
I hate to be Mr. Negative guy, but a sack 2 plays ago, an incompletion right there. All that's missing, Kate, is an interception on this play, and you're going to hand this quarterback a misfortune trifecta that nobody wants.
Tagovailoa facing third and long. He's going to loft this deep down the left sideline. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose, incomplete. Trying to find Jalen Waddle, so that brings up 4th and long.
An early deficit means you lose the runway to slowly get your offense up to speed. This offense got to get going. That incompletion won't help.
Jake Bailey on the punt. And he wants to hit his second effort just as well as he hit his first. The return begins on their side of midfield. And before that return amounts to much, they bring him down. The Eagles about set to go on offense. And while one sideline has 0 points, this offense, well, they have had 0 issues so far getting into that end zone.
They are rolling right now, Kate, and unless there's a speed bump on the immediate horizon, things are at risk of getting out of hand.
That's a Super Bowl caliber stop right there as they finish that play off behind the line. That's a nice quick correction for this front, Brock. Give up the big play and then get a little back on the very next one.
Exactly the kind of response you want to see from your defense. You got to forget about the big play for now and stay focused on that next snap.
Hurts setting up to throw. It's a screen to Buckley. Into the secondary past the 40. And they'll finally get him down at the 37-yard line. The end result there, 15 yards and a first.
For the Eagles, first down. First and 10 at the 37-yard line.
At that down and distance, this group was pretty confident the screen would get them enough yards for the first, and it did. And so long as it keeps working like that, I bet you it'll be a go-to play for them when they need it the next time.
It's a sweep. He pumps the pass forward. Along the sideline inside the 25. It's a Philadelphia touchdown. The Eagles take a 20-zip lead. Saquon Barkley the touchdown. His third total score in this game. 3 drives, 3 touchdowns. It has been wash, rinse, repeat for them offensively, Brock, as, well, we all wait for this defense final backbone before this becomes a runaway.
Yeah, I'm a little torn up here in this booth because you're exactly right. Offensively, this is just machine, surgical. Defensively, you're running the risk of being embarrassed here pretty quickly.
One after added on by Elliott. And the Eagles push their lead to 21-zip already.
Dolphins nothing.
Elliott's all set for the kickoff. And he'll take a knee in the end zone for a touchback. The Dolphins offense ready to go as they take the field. And Brock, they are not in the spot they want to be, but still plenty of game left. You don't want to let the setting cause an early overreaction and panic.
Yeah, you just can't overtry. And every bit of you wants to, every fiber of your being in this building right now, you want to perform, but you just can't overdo it. Get back in rhythm and play your game.
They gain 11 on that play, and that is the Dolphins' first down. You start with a string of incompletions, Brock. You've told me this before. Getting that first one to connect feels really good.
Yeah, it just kind of settles you down and everybody else around you. Not too different than seeing the ball go through the net or make a nice birdie putt. Yep, you just want to gain some confidence.
That's a Super Bowl caliber stop right there as they finish that play off behind the line.
We take a break from his regularly scheduled programming of pass coverage duties to see him adding a little contribution in the run support. And his teammates, you can just see the body language. Little nod, little grin. They'll welcome the reinforcements every time.
Out of the gun, Tagovailoa. He'll drop this down to Achane. And he reaches midfield and starts driving into Eagles territory.
Year after year, the best offenses are multifaceted. It's not just the receivers or the tight ends that can make plays through the air. When you get running backs that can attack the middle of the field like that, man, is it difficult on the defense.
Going on third, Tagovailoa. He puts a man under it deep down the left. He's got it inside the 10. And he's in for the Miami touchdown. The Dolphins reach pay dirt for the first time this game. It's a Jalen Waddle touchdown.
That's some good old-fashioned playground football. Even at the elementary school, find the fastest kid, let him run.
Riley Patterson on for the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Dolphins get it back to a 14-point game.
Dolphins 7.
Here's Patterson now to kick this away. Here's Smith on the return. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. The Eagles and Saquon Barkley ready to take over once again. And eventually, Brock, one of their drives is going to fail to reach that end zone. But through 3 possessions so far, they have been perfect.
And in order for that to happen, somebody somewhere on this defense has got to rise to the occasion.
And he's going to have this up and across midfield, partner, to the 48. Give him 24 yards on that one. And that'll be good for a Philadelphia first down.
You know he'll never shy away from embracing contact on the play right up the gut. Come on. You know getting that toss in the open field is so much more fun. And on that play, well, certainly more exciting for all of us to watch, too.
On the play fake, it's Hurts. Finds his fullback. And he's going to be drugged down, looks like at that 37-yard line. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And that's good for an Eagles first down.
It sure seemed like he knew exactly where he was going with that right off the snap.
We've set it down from 37. First down throwing for Hurts. And his perfect start is over. And that's the first one of his throws to wind up incomplete. So first time we've seen one of his passes hit the ground this game, Brock. He had been perfect before that one.
Well, we hear it and we know it. Right? The team that makes fewer mistakes in this league typically wins the game. Yeah, that was what would you call a first mistake throwing the ball. And they still got the lead thanks to earlier efforts.
Throwing again on second down. Hurts. That one falls to the turf. Couldn't hang on. It's incomplete.
I can promise you that is a throw as a quarterback when it leaves your hands. You do not want to flirt with as this game goes on. That is a prime one that DB could cut off and take the other way.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have third down here. It's Hurts once again. Pass complete to Goddard. And they're going to be set up with a first and goal here from the 7.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
They're going to run with Barkley. And he is into the end zone for a Philadelphia touchdown. The Eagles blowing them out in this opening quarter. Saquon Barkley, the touchdown. His third of the game on the ground. He's into the end zone and already at 3 rushing scores before halftime, Brock. So they either got to find a way to keep him out, or he's going to run his way into the record books if they're not careful. Elliott on now to attempt a point after. The point after splits the uprights. And the Eagles stretch their lead to 21. Elliott's all set for the kickoff. And nope, not chancing this one. Knee down for a touchback. The Dolphins sending their offense back out there. And they're coming off an excellent series throwing the football that led to that touchdown, Bronx. So you and I both expecting that defense to be looking for that on this series. They were on the counter to Achane. He dodged the tackle. And the stop is made as he drives this to the opposing 43. They managed 22 on the rip and a first down.
Hey, you know by now I'm not shy about referencing movies during the game. And that run, that was a picture-perfect script. You get the defense thinking one thing, looking one way, then bam! You surprise them with the twist, head the other way for a big run.
First down, here's Tua. Connects on the crosser. And he runs this to the 25 before being brought down. They get and a new set of downs.
A gain of 18 on the play. First down, Dolphins.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
Offense getting set. Here's 1st and 10. Shotgun snap now to Tagovailoa. Trying to connect, but it lines up incomplete.
There's the importance of staying in phase as a defender. He was all over him in coverage, and that really did help force the incompletion.
Another try from the 25. It's 2nd and 10. Tagovailoa now working from the gun. Escapes the pocket. And he's going to get down safely. Picked up close to 6. Nice call on his part there, but it does leave them now with a 3rd down.
You know, Kate, back in the day, we had a slip and slide to practice for moments just like that. Actually practicing how to slide and get out of harm's way. Nice gain on the play, and denied that defense yet another chance to take a shot on him.
From the gun on 3rd, Tagovailoa. Pressure's there, and he goes down again. And their 4th sack of the game, Brock, brings up 4th down.
This defense could not make a bigger statement out of the gate with this game. Man, the lead up to a ball game, trash talk. Like things said in the paper, bulletin board material, whatever it is. This defense took something personal, Kate, and they are taking it out on this quarterback.
Facing 4th down, Dolphins bringing out the field goal units. This is going to be Riley Patterson to do the honors. On the left hash, this would be 43 yards. The kick by Patterson is good. And it gets a fraction closer as the lead's down to 18.
A dependable kicker, man, that is a coach's best friend. Saves him so much stress to have a guy he can really trust to go out and hit it from that distance consistently. Because from that far out, no kick is a guarantee.
Here's Patterson now to kick this away. Brown with a return here. And in the end, Brock, a pretty exciting touchback as the return comes out to the 30. The Eagles and Saquon Barkley ready to take over once again. It sure seems like they've been able to score every time they've touched it this quarter, Brock. So high hopes again for this upcoming series. Starting on the ground here with Barkley. That's a Super Bowl caliber stop right there as they finish that play off behind the line. The presence of those tight ends works both ways, Brock. You know this. Gives them more blockers up front, but it also clues the defense in to be ready for that run.
Yeah, you could put 7 blockers up there, even put 8, I don't know, 9. All the blockers in the world, but if they don't work in concert together to create a lane, it doesn't matter.
On 2nd down, here's Barkley. He locates a couple of yards through that chaos. Tackled on the play by the first-rounder out of Michigan, Kenneth Brandt.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
On 3rd down, it's Hurts. Throw right side, caught by Goddard. And he's going to just get this across midfield before he's taken out of bounds. That's going to pick up the 1st down after a gain of 26.
I'm not sure how this defense let that guy slip through him like that. On 3rd down, nonetheless, he took that snap as an opportunity. Man, did he make an impact play.
1st and 10 now from the 46. Barkley on the shotgun handoff. Well, even a great game is going to have its lesser moments. You can't get anything out of that carry. Stop for no gain. Well, the extra blocking sure didn't spring that run the way they hoped it would, Brock.
In the old West Coast system, you call 12 personnel, 2 tight ends, Tiger. Tiger package comes on the field. That was a whole lot more like a kitty cat effort there.
Hurts now from the gun. Short pass brought in. He goes out a little short of the 40.
There's no question, Kate, that the big plays down the seam or with big tight ends a fan favorite, but it's those type of catches right there. The short yardage gets good coverage, contested catches that really make tight ends a locker room favorite.
They come to the line here, and this is 3rd and 6. To the air on 3rd and long. He's caught. He's got Brown. And he's able to get this to the 32 before going down. An even 10-yard gain on the play. And that'll be good for a Philadelphia first down.
First and 10 at the 32-yard line.
So Super Bowl 60, a quarter of the way done. It's the Eagles soaring to an early lead. More from Santa Clara coming up. Enough waiting, we're back, and it's time to resume play here in Super Bowl 60 from Santa Clara. On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. It's his running back. And he'll get it down to the 24-yard line.
Hey, you like these results on first. That completion right there, right in the window where all options are now available to you on 2nd down. That playbook wide open.
Offense is set. This is 2nd and 2. Barkley trying this up the gut. Defender gets to him right around the line. It's going to be marked as no gain. So, Brock, that means 3rd down coming up.
Kate, it's amazing how fast these guys are on the field and how fast your fortunes can turn. 2nd and short run, you're feeling good about yourself. But with a negative play, well, now comes a critical 3rd down.
Coming to the line for their 9th play of the drive. This is 3rd and 3. Operating from the gun. Here's Hurts. Hauled in by Gunner, left side. And he gets it in. Touchdown, Philadelphia. The Eagles can make it a 4-score game as they lead by 24. Dallas Goedert, the touchdown.
That play really had all the elements you're looking for from the tight end, showing that he can stretch that field. With the right check, this kid catch, quickly become a runner check, and finally go finish that drive off and celebrate with the homeboys.
Elliott on now to attempt the point after. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Eagles continue piling on to this lead.
Dolphins 10.
Elliott's all set for the kickoff. D.S. Griggs to return it. Shoots away from one. He's stopped on the run back of the 27. Miami set to take over once again on offense. And their last drive did end in points. Not as many as they wanted, though. They had to settle for that field goal despite advancing the football pretty well. On 1st down, they're going to start out with Achane. Went in there full steam ahead, but he ran out of steam pretty quickly. No gain on that one.
So close to a big loss of yards for those guys up front. 1 second sooner, and a tackle behind the line. But a stop to celebrate nonetheless.
1st down run netted him nothing. Here is 2nd and 10. Defense showing blitz. Tagovailoa hits him on the out route. And he's tackled after gaining a handful.
Can I promise you, if you and I got to travel the country and watch young quarterbacks, even really good high school quarterbacks, out routes are the hardest to complete. Slants, goes, fades, all that stuff comes somewhat naturally, but really trusting yourself to throw that out route, that comes with time and experience.
From the gun on 3rd down. He's going to loft one deep to the left. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
That one really stings, Kate, because you want to convert there and not only keep this drive going for points, because now you're giving your opponent a chance to pound that lead before halftime. That's a no-no.
So the Dolphins readying for the punt. And he's fighting nature on this one. Boy, the wind is blowing right at him. And he's certainly been staying busy. Once again, he's out to punt and sends this flying. That's taken at the 15. And he's brought down before the return gets far. The Eagles and quarterback Jalen Hurts ready to go once more on offense. There has been nothing that can stop them, so we got to assume this drive, Brock, likely going to end in a touchdown as well. I'll start this one out with Barkley. And he'll bowl his way ahead for a 4-yard pickup.
It's one of those sneaky little runs, Kate, that gets you enough yards to create some doubt into that defensive coordinator. You could stick to the ground, you could throw beyond the sticks, really create some indecision now defensively.
First down run, nabs him 5, now 2nd and 5. Here's another carry for Barkley. He's going to snag a couple of yards, charging up the gut. Jalen Phillips finishing that play off.
Sometimes just feel, hit that extra block a little longer, find the lane quicker. The defender may be a half step late, and this could have been much, much more exciting.
Hurts with it on 3rd and short. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
A gain of 9 yards. First down. First and 10 at the 38 line.
On 3rd down, that's a QB's best friend.
New set of downs for him. They'll start. On 1st down, Hurts. This is Brown, and he's got it downfield. And he gets it in. Touchdown, Philadelphia. The Eagles continue dominating in our opening half. A.J. Brown, the touchdown.
First thing you do as a quarterback, the first thing that you do when you get to the NFL level, if you haven't learned it earlier, is you scan those safeties. Whether that middle field open or close, like a single high or two high. Is that post going to be available? Because if it is, big plays can follow.
Elliott on now to attempt the point after. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Eagles grow their lead yet again.
42. Dolphins 10.
Elliott's all set for the kickoff. Eskridge on the return. Field flipping effort there as he's brought down on the opposite side of the 50. Miami offense headed out there now. They were only on the field for 3 plays their prior series, Brock. Let's see what changes they make to take over here. Ball just a yard shy of midfield. 1st and 10. Tua now from the gun. A quick slant caught by Washington. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field.
Good luck defending that short yardage slant. Just not going to happen. There's a reason this is a go-to play for just about any quarterback in every situation.
2nd down now. They need 7. It's A-Chan on the inside again. And he takes it down to the 33. That's going to go as a gain of 13 yards. And it's going to be 1st down Miami.
Defense was clearly focused on taking away the pass in that RPO scheme offensively. Feels so good when you get the job done and you get a chunk run on RPO. That's setting you up for some success.
Going to the ground again on 1st. And he's going to manage a low yard on that drive up the gut. Azeez Ojulari getting there for the tackle.
It'll be this group's job watching the film to find all these plays. The ones that amount to really very little statistically and identify what was needed to just make them a little bigger, stretch them further. Afterthought plays now, they could be the big gains of next week.
Back to throw, Tua. Here's a screen for A-Chan. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
To this day, I can still see the faces of the big guys in the huddle. When you call a screen like that, instead of them just getting knocked backwards, they get to be salesmen. They get to push those linemen downfield and then tee off and go hit somebody like they did right there.
So a new set of downs. Here we go, 1st and 10. Here's Tagovailoa. Couldn't get the screens out properly, Brock. Pass incomplete, and they're going to hope for better results now on 2nd down.
I'm just kind of laughing because I can feel the armchair quarterbacks going, I can make that throw. And anybody who's actually made those throws says you have no idea what it feels like with everybody breathing down your neck. That play's got to be right, timed up right, and it certainly wasn't.
Dumps it off to his running back. And they'll get there and stop him at the line.
He specializes in salvaging broken plays out of the backfield, but even he couldn't get anything out of that one, Kate. That defense, they were all over it.
Digging deep in the playbook here, and this is 3rd and 11. They'll throw, 3rd and long. Waddle makes the catch. He will take this across. Touchdown, Miami. The Dolphins fighting back and shaving 6 off that lead. It's a Jalen Waddle touchdown. His 2nd scoring catch of the game. Well, Brock, this one has not been good to them so far, but they are still fighting and able to get in there for 6.
Just a drive that was all about scratching and clawing. As much as anything, Kate, it was just a pride drive to go and get your job done.
Patterson tacks down the extra point. And the Dolphins will trail by 25.
Dolphins 17.
Here's Patterson now to kick this away. Here's Smith on the return. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20. The Eagles and A.J. Brown getting set for another look on offense here. And in a high-scoring game to this point, everyone anticipating, well, even more points as they take the field. Straight ahead, here's Barkley. And he's only able to power this forward for about 3 yards.
That is simply a stay-on-schedule kind of run. Nothing more, nothing less, just right on schedule.
This is 2nd and 6 coming up. Shotgun snap for Hurts. Completed over the middle. And he's going to be stopped right around the 37. And it's a gain of 12 on that one. And that's good for an Eagles 1st down.
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-up completion that nets them a 1st down.
We've set it downs from 37. 1st down throwing for Hurts. Gets everything he has under this one. He's got it inside the 25. He gets it in. Touchdown, Philadelphia. The Eagles running away with it in the 2nd quarter. Dallas Goedert the touchdown. His 2nd scoring catch of the game. And now, Brock, I know you're keeping track, just in case our audience is, in his 4th first-half passing touchdown. At the pace he's on, this would be a new record if he has a 2nd half to match this one. Elliott on now to attempt a point after. The point after splits the upright. And the Eagles continue adding on to that lead. 17. Elliott's all set for the kickoff. Eskridge on the return. And this gets out to the 30 before he stopped. Offense returning to the field now for the Dolphins. And the touchdowns got to keep coming from as they still trail here. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll start the drive they try to power it forward, but only a couple of yards there.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Going to lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. And a more aggressive call on second.
Last run got him 3. Here's 2nd and 7. Throwing now, Tagovailoa. And this is taken ahead to the 37. Brought down on the effort by Quinion Mitchell.
Textbook hitch route. Hit him in the short field and deliver it once that defense turns their attention elsewhere. Okay, this is a low-ceiling play with a reliable source of yardage.
All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. Tagovailoa now working from the gun. That's Cox. He's got Washington. And in a blink, they are off to midfield before somebody manages to stop him. Give him 13 on that play. And that is the Dolphins' first down.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
1st and 10 now. Here's Tagovailoa. He'll drop this down to Achane. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory.
I call this quarterback's best friend. Some call it a safety valve, some call it automatic. But it's sure nice as a quarterback when you got a trusty running back over the middle of the field that you can depend on.
2nd down now, 7 to go. On play action, here's Tagovailoa. Caught by Washington, left side. This one nearly moves the chains, but he stopped just shy of that marker. 6-yard pickup brings up 3rd down.
Well, we saw his guys pick up the blitz. Well, he felt them pick it up anyway if he wasn't looking at him. But with their effort on his behalf, I think this QB felt owed to them. And the group up front to find somebody to get a completion, so that effort up front wasn't in vain.
Tagovailoa keeping it on the sneak. He's fighting all he can, but won't get that final yard. They're going to have 4th down coming up.
That's all you could really expect from a sneak, Kate. 1, maybe a couple yards. So in that way, their job was executed. But the play call, that leaves me and I think many scratching our heads.
Quite the brave call they're making in this situation, Brock. They're going for it on 4th. They're going to try to throw for it. He fights it beyond the marker. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
You know, it sure seems like he knew exactly where he was going with that before the snap. That's a pre-snap decision that led to a post-snap 1st down.
We've set it downs for him from the 31. Tagovailoa on 1st down. That's low and bounces short of his man.
Hey, Mr. Quarterback down there, that's a throw that's got to go somewhere else. Double coverage is waiting for it. QB super fortunate that ball wasn't picked. And incompletion, still pretty good for the defense, too.
After the incompletion, still at that 31-yard line, 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, Tagovailoa. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. Now it looks like one of the Eagles is having some trouble out there and is in need of some assistance. Got to figure out this 3rd down here. Here he goes, 3rd and long. And even on 3rd down, he sees no choice other than to get rid of it. Not the play they wanted. It's going to be 4th down.
There was almost no resistance offered against the rush that came off the line ready to maul anything in sight. It was all the QB could do to get rid of that before he gets absolutely clobbered.
Facing 4th down, Dolphins bringing out the field goal unit. This is going to be Riley Patterson to do the honors. And that one is not where he needed it to be. It is off and no good. And they continue to trail by, well, Brock, a whole lot more than a field goal.
Well, once you get out beyond 50 yards, everything in the process has got to be perfect. It's a good effort, but it's going to wind up off the mark.
The Eagles and Saquon Barkley ready to take over once again. They have been automatic scoring in this quarter, and yet another opportunity to do so here. on 1st and 10. It's Hurts. And the first play of the series is going to be an incomplete pass intended for his running back there. And that brings up 2nd down.
Okay, we've seen this running back pretty busy here early on in the passing game, and not just with checkdowns. You could tell this was going to be part of the game plan, and I don't think one incompletion here to him is going to deter that effort.
They send one of the tight ends in motion right. They run it with Saquon. And it's running forward, halted after a couple of yards. Tackle made by Jordan Brooks.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
On 3rd down, it's Hurts. Finds him over the middle. And he's brought down after a short gain.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep them short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
Hurts now on 4th. Wow, his first real mistake. That's intercepted. And the Dolphins get the football on the first turnover of the contest. The 4th down call ends in a defensive highlight as he picks up the throw and gets his guys off the field.
You know, one way or another, it looked like they were going to get off the field that time, but it's so much sweeter as a defense to run off that field holding the ball. So many defensive coaches in this league preach it. It's all about the ball. It's all about the ball. It's all about the ball. Not only the energy you create on your side, but that little seed of doubt you put in the quarterback's mind the next time he goes out to throw it.
The Dolphins in pretty good field position here as they come up 1st and 10. Here's A-Chain up the middle. And the power play up the gut only results in 2 yards.
That's the kind of yardage it's not going to kill this drive on the first play, but it does put you a little bit behind schedule. Now 2nd down becomes critical because nobody wants a 3 and out.
Need a better result than that last run. It's 2nd and 8. Shotgun snap now to Tagovailoa. Pocket isn't holding up. They're going to drop it. And that tech may change the next play call as it sends them backwards ahead of 3rd down.
Goodness gracious, this quarterback is taking an absolute beating in this first half. You better have some ice for him ready at halftime. I'll tell you this, Kate, it has been a brutal couple quarters, and if you don't start protecting the quarterback, this guy may not make it and even finish this game.
Defense looking to defend the marker on 3rd down. 3rd and long for him here. They're on him again. He goes down again. And a couple of really good plays, Brock, made back-to-back behind the line to bring up 4th down.
Just think of the pantheon he has joined. Only a select few have notched 3 sacks in a single Super Bowl, Kate. Headlined, of course, by the incomparable Reggie White. This is a player you just feel like who knew what was on the line tonight, and he is maximizing this opportunity.
On again comes Jake Bailey to punt this away. And after that drive went backwards, he's going to send this one forward. Starts his return from the 23. And he gets his guys a few yards before they bring him down on the return. The Eagles and Saquon Barkley ready to take over once again. And coming off the interception, a good chance to reestablish some momentum as they get set. Here's Barkley. And he's taken down after a very productive effort there, Brock, up to the 40-yard line. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a 1st down. Plenty of points already, partner, as we have reached the 2-minute warning. More from Super Bowl 60 and Santa Clara in just a moment. First and 10. Here's Hurts. Underneath it goes. Catch made by the running back. He's going to go down right along the midfield stripe.
Just get this guy touches. I don't care how, I don't care when. Just find unique ways to get this running back the ball, and over time, he's going to make you pay.
Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. Hurts now from the gun. He'll try and run this. He picks up 15 on the play. That'll be good for a Philadelphia first down.
You know, these are the type of plays that really get an offense going. This is a chance for QB to inspire the guys around him. Calling his own number, carrying his teammates to a first down on that big run. That inflates an offense, and it can suck the wind out of that defense.
And they bring him down after the play reaches the 26. Timeout taken by the Eagles. That's going to be their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
Well, this is the type of game we've come to expect from him as a runner, toting the ball, but he's just as adept at turning the screen into the same kind of yardage, too.
Just a yard left to go on 2nd down. They'll motion him out of the backfield. Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. And there's a man there, it's intercepted! And the Dolphins see their return stop just a little bit short of their own 30. Okay, Brock, now back-to-back drives where they have picked him off. That's got to be a worrying trend for these coaches who know how integral the passing game is to their game plan and their success.
How to beat their opponent. This defense right now, they're reading this quarterback like a book.
Dolphins just about set up here, 1st and 10. Tagovailoa now. Gets this one to Waller. And he'll get it out to the 34 before he's tracked down. Now the Dolphins call a timeout. It's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
That is a textbook first down completion. Sets up 2nd and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. Man in motion here. Tua now from the gun. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's going to be blocked down at the 42. Miami calls a timeout here. It's 2nd. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half.
Sure seems like he knew exactly what he wanted, and he got it, going right where he wanted to with the ball off the snap.
First down from the 42. Tight end going in motion here. On first down, here's Tagovailoa. Complete right side to Washington. And he goes out, just needed 1 more step there to reach midfield.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, give your quarterback a chance.
Again, it's Tagovailoa. He'll get this complete to Westbrook-Ikhine. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains. The Dolphins choosing to spend their final timeout here. And that's all they've got for what little remains of this half. Let's see how they attack this first down, partner, from the 45. Sticking to the air, it's Tagovailoa. And this time they're going to get to him before he can get that pass away as he goes down. And that sack quickly changes the tone of this series, Brock. It's 2nd down.
It's 2nd down.
So that is 2 quarters in the books here at Super Bowl 60 from Santa Clara. Now over to Scott Hansen with our halftime report.
All right, Kate, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to the Orlando studios. Scott Hansen here, and you never know what you're going to get in the NFL. Sometimes it goes down to the wire. Other times, it's blowout city, like what this game is shaping up to be. But hey, anything can happen, so let's go to the second half. Send it back out to our broadcast team, Kate Scott and Brock Hewer.
Thank you, Scott. Great work there. We, on the other hand, didn't have a great first half. Here's hoping things get a little bit closer this time around as we get set for quarter number 3. Final halftime adjustments of the season are out of the way. It's time to put them into action here. Quarter 3 of the Super Bowl is underway. Eskridge on the return. Coverage team tracking him down as he reaches the 35. Here comes the Miami offense for the opening possession of the third. This has become must-score territory now every time out as they trail by a full 4 possessions in this second half. Second half begins with a run by Achane. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that first down play.
When you rush the passer, it's kind of like tracking down a runner. That same athleticism comes to life. He looks pretty good hunting his prey right there.
Well, nothing doing on the last run. It's 2nd and 10. Tunga Bailoa. This is complete to Waller. And he's all the way across midfield down inside that 45-yard line. They managed 22 on the rip and a first down.
Nice to see that connection, that chemistry working between the two of them.
1st and 10 from the 43. Now Achane. They're cobbled together a yard there. Tackled on that play by an all-pro last year, Jalen Carter.
That's a pretty good stop on first down. This defense now gets a chance to dictate, and that's what all the great defenses want to do, Kate. They want to dictate it on their terms and not just be reacting to what the offense is always doing.
Following that little 2-yard run, it's 2nd and 8. Going play action, Tunga Bailoa. Caught by Westbrook-Ikhine. And there's the stop after he drives this down to the 13. He'll move the sticks after ripping off a gain of 28.
I know the Combine tries to test everything it possibly can physically, but I don't know how you test courage at the Combine because there's nobody defending you. Nobody wants to hit you. That was the epitome of courage to make that in cut and make the catch.
1st and 10 now. Here's Tunga Bailoa. Defender runs right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Targets have far less room to work in this red zone, Brock, but down this close as a former quarterback, I'm just going to assume you got to feel like he should have been able to hold on through whatever. Yeah, and every once in a while you get in that huddle and you remind him, now listen, guys, it's going to be contested. We know it's a physical game, all 100 yards up and into the red zone and end zone. But when you get down here, you've got to come up with contested catches. Gain of about 8 here. Nice pickup, but he stopped a second before he can move those chains.
Sometimes when you're just looking to move it forward, get some small yards on a throw, quarterback's best friend, security blanket. And when it's a big old tight end, that's an extra bonus.
3rd down and 2 here. The offense coming to the line for its 7th play of this drive. Trying to pick it up here with Achane. He runs it across. Touchdown! The Dolphins cutting to the lead coming out of halftime. Devon Achane with the touchdown. Patterson on for the extra point. Extra point set right down the middle. And the Dolphins will trail by 25.
49. Dolphins 24.
Here's Patterson now to kick this away. Here's Smith on the return. He brushed him off with ease. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20. Now the Eagle offense headed back out to the field. And a nice drive last time out, Brock, squandered by that interception. So I think they take a repeat of everything except that final play. Philadelphia settled and ready. It's 1st and 10. Now Barkley. And he's able to power this forward, but they stop him after 2 yards.
This offense is now left with some ground to make up a little bit here on 2nd down. After that drive starts with a very minimal gain.
At the 25-yard line.
After the 3-yard pickup, it's 2nd and 7. Hurts gets it out wide, complete. Not a lot available there. Makes it to the 26. Minka Fitzpatrick in on the stop.
Brings up 3rd and 6.
Third and 6 for them to figure out now. Throw here, 3rd down. Pass complete to Goddard. Free up the middle. It's a breakaway. And he gets it in. Touchdown, Philadelphia. The Eagles keeping the pedal forward and adding 6 more. Dallas Goddard, the touchdown. His 3rd through the air this game. And that right there, Brock, is a touchdown I think our fellow broadcaster Greg Olsen would be proud of. A big strike to the tight end that I don't think a lot of receivers could have pulled off and make it look as easy.
You know, a lot of times you're splitting hairs talking about the differences between tight ends and receivers at this level because a lot of those guys, they work the same route tree and they move with the football, well, just like their receiver teammates. And they can score some lengthy touchdowns too, just like he showed off.
Elliott on now to attempt the point after. Troubles with the snap, but he still knocks it through. And the Eagles tack on 7 more to their lead.
Dolphins 24.
Elliott's all set for the kickoff.
Philadelphia.
Eskridge on the return. Nice effort here. They're going to tackle him just shy of the 35. The Dolphins send a running back, Devon Achane, getting back to work. They got the job done there last time out. Still trailing by a lot, though, so they're going to need a repeat of that touchdown here. 1st down, time by Lowe to throw. He's going to loft this deep down the left sideline. Caught just shy of the goal line. And they're going to have 1st and goal as he gets this down to the 4.
That is so much more the exception than the rule when you're targeting double or triple coverage. You may be fortunate to complete a fair number of those throws, but gains like that, those are rare, and that's big time.
They go heavy on this 1st and goal. 3 tight ends in the formation. Oh, fullback's got it. Look at the power. And he's brought down by a collective effort there. Only 1 yard on the carry.
This is why it's so important not to overcommit to the team's lead runner. It went to a secondary ball carrier, and they cut him down for a big red zone stop.
Ball at the 2 here for 2nd and goal. Achane. And he'll take it in for the Miami touchdown. The Dolphins take a small chunk off that lead. Devon Achane with the touchdown. It's what every player who scores a touchdown wants to do, Brock. He wants to get right back there and put another 6 on the board.
I've never met an NFL player content with 1 end zone trip in a game.
Nope.
Yeah, if you're content, you're not making it to this league. You get one, you're instantly thinking of another, and the fortunate few are able to actually deliver on it.
Patterson able to connect on the point after. And the Dolphins will trail by 25.
Dolphins 31.
Here's Patterson now to kick this away. Here's Smith on the return. He's brought down just inside the 25. The Eagles and Saquon Barkley ready to take over once again. And unsurprisingly, Brock, a great day on the scoreboard so far for him. Has him with the advantage as we move through this third quarter. On first down, Hurts. Well, right side, caught by Smith. And they're going to force him out just before he can get to the 35. They get an even 10 on that play. And that's good for an Eagles first down.
Move the chains! Gotta move them chains! Build momentum. Keep that defense on its heels.
So they'll head up here, first and 10 from the 34. On the draw, it's Barkley. Oh, he lost the football. But it looked like an Eagle flew in and was first to the football. They're retaining possession. Ooh, so close to a big play defensively there, Brock. But now these guys got to stay out there. They were unable to bring in the fumble. They just forced.
They do. Got to bring a little bit of juice. But kind of like a boxer when they get a guy cut, they know. Man, if I get that first cut, I can make them bleed. And you get that ball out the first time, I guarantee you, I promise you, those guys are thinking they'll get it the next.
And he has it up towards midfield before he's taken down at the 47. 3 yards there and enough to move the chains.
That's certainly a spot where you could be more aggressive, Kate, if you wanted to take your shots. But some coaches, even the bolder ones, will take the safe play first when they get it from time to time. No third down required now.
Here's first and 10 from the 47. They send a tight end in motion. First down, and they go right back to it. And he's going to get this to the opposing 41. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the first.
Danger, Kate. Danger, I say. You get this guy in the open field, and he is dangerous to take it to the house.
So first down from the 41. Going to go with Barkley on the counter. And he powers through the middle for a gain of 4.
Really good patience right there. It's hard to do for runners in this league because these holes close up so fast. But he was patient. He was explosive. He got a nice little gain on the ground.
So gain of 5 on that first down. Let's see if they can repeat that performance now here on second. Out of the gun. They'll give it to him inside. And they bring him down. Looks like he got into the 27. Give him 9 on that play, and it's enough for the first.
Last 2 plays have been tremendously efficient for this offense. Get a good gain on first down that sets up second and short. And then like John Madden used to say, boom, that fullback moves the chains.
And keep this drive moving, partner. Here's another first and 10. Going right back to the fullback. Next play. He's able to drive that pile about a yard. It was Tyrell Dodson with the tackle.
You know, when you're a defender and you see them give that quick little take to the fullback, you just have to stop him before he gets started. They piled on him and held him to minimal yardage.
Last run, not a lot of help, Brock. 9 to go now on second down. Shotgun snap for Hurts. Looking this fullback now. And they have this down to the 11 before being marked down. A gain of 15 there. And that'll be good for a Philadelphia first down.
And those are the completions they rely on in their passing game.
Coming to the line for another first and 10. Carter up the middle. And he's going to pay off his first down run with a nice pickup of 9. Last run got him 9, so now they need one more here on second down. Fullback trying to power across. And he is into the end zone for a Philadelphia touchdown. The Eagles can cruise to a win, growing that lead further. Goal line formation, a give to the fullback powering forward. Is that Lorenzo Neal? That Tom Rathman down there, Brock? It doesn't get more old school smash mouth than that.
Yeah, I think you could go back to the early 1900s with no face masks and still find that play, that formation, and yes, sometimes even that touchdown.
Elliott on now to attempt the point after. Right down the middle, it's good. And they'll continue adding to their lead.
63. Dolphins 31.
Elliott's all set for the kickoff.
Kickoff for Philadelphia.
Eskridge on the return. And he gets across the 30 before he's brought down. The Dolphins and running back Devon Achane getting back to work. And the first half scoring has continued so far in this second half as they try to keep the pace. First and 10 from the 32. They run the counter to Achane. Breaks the tackle. He's got space ahead. And he's going to be hauled down at the 2. That sets up first and goal.
What an injection of momentum for the offense on that play. With the energy boost in a much shorter field, I predict it's not going to be long, Kate, until they finish this series off.
4 downs to get this across. Here's first and goal. Achane. And a couple of teammates combining there for the stop after just 1 yard.
Hey, I get it on first and goal, right? A lot of teams like to be conservative and limit risk. Even if a run is stopped short, you still got 2, sometimes 3 downs to play with.
Need hardly anything here. Second and inches. Running forward, it's Achane. And he's going to score a touchdown, Miami. The Dolphins cut into the lead. Devon Achane with the touchdown. His 3rd of the game on the ground.
Let's see, Kate. I think in bowling, you get 3 strikes, that's a turkey. You know, in hockey or soccer, you score 3 goals, that's a hat trick. What would you call this, other than simply splendid?
Patterson on for the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Dolphins will trail by 25.
63. Dolphins 38.
Here's Patterson now to kick this away. Here's Smith on the return. And in the end, get it to about the 25-yard line before he's hauled down.
My friends watching this one offensively love it. The defensive guys, they're climbing up their walls.
That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the first down. And for somebody who's been picked off like he has, Brock, you gotta admire his determination to keep attacking these coverages.
Yeah, that is risk. We're in the double coverage yet again. But this guy's got what I call a high belief factor in himself.
Oh, love this. He gets another one. Keep feeding that fullback, baby. And they're going to bring him down just a moment before he's able to break it across midfield. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12.
Offense said no more messing around. We're bringing out the big guy, the hammer. And for you physics students out there, that's a great example of Newton's law of motion. The more momentum you build up, the tougher you are to eventually stop.
Short pass brought in. And he's going to be persuaded out of bounds right at that 40-yard line. Pickup of 12 on that play. And that's good for an Eagles first down.
The smartest pass catchers I've ever been around, they know how to set up an outcut beautifully. They recognize when they have leverage, how to sell the deep route, and then boom, they just break it out as if it's nothing.
First down throwing for Hurts. Hauled in by Gunner, left side. And he's able to get this down to the 36.
Quarterbacks will look for their tight end short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options. Well, there's their consistent source of positive yardage, the trusty tight end.
5 still to go here. This is second down. Hurts. This is complete downfield to Smith. And this This is going to get them all the way to the red zone. He's taken down at the 13-yard line. They managed 22 on the rip and a first down. Double coverage, a lot of QBs, Brock, but less so when it's a target you trust.
You know, it's interesting, Kate, even 20-something years script, Kate, the first 15 plays of a game, but it's often getting to the lesser-used stuff like that that's critical in the red zone. They get a decent gain out of it and continue the push for the goal line.
Second down now, they need 7. Design keeper here for Hurts. And second down only works out for it.
It may not show up as much on the old stat sheet, just a short little QB run, but what that does, Kate, is so important. Keeps that think about you as a runner as well.
Hurts with it on 3rd and short. Hits the slant. It's a Philadelphia touchdown. The Eagles trying to... That is his 6th passing score of the game. A lot of quarterbacks could go several weeks without throwing that many touchdowns. And now, keep in mind, he's only one off the NFL record of 7 in a single game. Elliott on now to attempt the point after. He hits it true despite some issues with that snap. And they'll continue adding to their lead.
Dolphins, 38.
Elliott's all set for the kickoff. Eskridge on the return. And a great run back has the offense just a touch shy midfield to start this drive. The Dolphins are headed out there alongside Jalen Waddle for this next series. Their last drive contained a heavy dose of the ground game, a little old school. Brock, let's see if they stick with it or if they go aerial this time around. They'll empty the backfield and motion him out. Finds him over. And it's going to be first down Miami.
You want to become a quarterback's best friend? Do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
New set of downs for him. They'll start at the 38. First down. Here's Tua. Hits him on the out route. And he's able to drive this to the 29 before the stop.
Kate, if there was one throw in the game plan that kept me up at night more than any other, it was an out route versus zone coverage. Because you got to throw with anticipation, but you also got to make sure those defenders' eyes aren't reading you like a book.
Just a yard left to go on second down. Out of the gun, Tagovailoa. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the sack forces it now tough for third down.
This is just simply one of those once-in-a-lifetime performances defensively, Kate. He is playing like a champ. And now he has the NFL record for sacks in the Super Bowl before, tying the unofficial record of the Steelers' great L.C. Greenwood. Well done, my friend.
6 yards to go here. It's third down. Third and long. They're going to throw. He's in trouble and gets brought down again. And a couple of really good plays, Brock, made back-to-back behind the line to bring up fourth down.
Yeah, this has been flawless, really, from every side, Kate. In order to get to double-digit sacks, it requires a tremendous amount of work leading up to this game, but then ultimately the execution of everybody. This has been the acronym of team. Together, everyone achieves more, and more is 10 sacks.
Now it's Riley Patterson to try this Dolphins field goal. This from the right hash. A fortunate break for them as they get a gift with roughing the kicker. Their offense heading back out to keep things going. Tagovailoa on first down. Completed over the middle. And down at the 18-yard line.
Play to number 17, Jalen Waddle. It's a gain of 7. Brings up second and 3 at the 18-yard line.
2nd and 3 now. It's a chance for the inside give. And he's unable to get away from that tackler. Good work by the defense. Nothing gained on 2nd down. Hard to believe, but just 1 quarter left in our season. We're through 3 in Super Bowl 60. It's Dolphins football, and their title hopes hinge on evening the score. Seventh play of the drive. Offense facing 3rd and 3. Tagovailoa now working from the gun. And he sails that one over the end zone.
Everybody wants to play quarterback until a play like that. There was no resistance off the ball and the defense ready to maul you. It was all he could do to get rid of it before he gets just caught.
Well, simply put, Brock, they absolutely need to have the conversion here on 4th down. Running back sent in motion. Desperation time here. Oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Adoree Jackson makes the play. And the Eagles are going to return this up beyond the 20 before being tackled. Oh, man, Brock, they decided to air it out in pursuit of a touchdown that time, but it's intercepted, and the visit to the red zone comes up empty.
And that one stings, Kate. It really does. You have a limited opportunity that looks in that close, particularly as we get through the second half. But once you get, you have to finish with points.
Eagles getting ready. Here comes 1st and 10. Now we're on the counter. And they sent it straight ahead, but the front stops him after a gain of 3.
That's the kind of run play that feels like tug of war at field day. And you're just not moving the other side. Just a short run. Neither side feels particularly good about it, and we'll move to the next.
Last run got him 3. Here's 2nd and 7. Playing favorites with the fullback here. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage. Now we see he's in some pain after making that tackle. Team personnel out now to take a look at him. So they'll head up here 1st and 10 from the 34. One of the tight ends in motion left. Oh, they're going to run the option to the short side. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a 1st down.
13 yards on the play. That's another Eagles 1st down. 1st and 10.
And just in case this offense didn't have enough to contend with, now you got to worry about a quarterback that could do what he just did. Tote the ball himself for a big run.
Dive play straight ahead. And he gets this beyond the midfield stripe and onto the Dolphins side of the field. Call it 7 yards, and now they'll have 2nd down and 3.
Yeah, I know you can read your partner right now, Kate. You know I'm smiling. Because that was a callback to the early days of football when fullbacks, fullbacks, not running backs, they were the one that led the ground game. He didn't stop at a yard or 2, He ripped off a nice chunk for them right there.
And he takes it just inside the 40s, down to the 39. Give him 8 yards on the play. And that'll be good for a Philadelphia 1st down.
That all came down to how quick the opposing front could read and react. Could they read it was a fullback getting the ball? And could they react in the split second you need to stop them? On that play, the answer to both, no.
They've got a man in motion. Now an inside give to Carter. He's taken down, but he's got it to the 29. And gain 11 on that play. And that's good for an Eagles first down.
Okay, don't think for a second this is time you step off the gas. You can feel this defense, right? They're on their heels. And now's the best chance to go push the envelope and get aggressive.
On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. That'll be incomplete to start the new set of downs.
That just goes to show you can't take any completion for granted, even on some of the shortest passes in the game plan.
Ball still on that 29-yard line as they come up to it. 2nd and 10. Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. This one finds the fullback. And he's short of first after a mild gain.
I remember talking to Jim Harbaugh one time, and Bo Schembechler asked him when he was a head coach, you have a tight end with his hand on the ground? Yes, coach. You have a fullback still on your roster? Yes, coach. Then you're going to be just fine.
Leading 4 here on 3rd down. This is going to be the 9th play of this drive. Hurts now from the gun. Yet another grab for Goddard. And they get this down to the 12-yard line before being stopped. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And that'll be good for a Philadelphia first down.
Well, that is pretty darn impeccable timing between the two. To hit a curl route of that length, it takes great anticipation and precision by the quarterback, and the receiver on the other end finishing it, doing his job.
Bringing the offense up to the line. 1st and 10. Running this one left. And he's not going to be happy picking himself back up after this. They're sent backwards on 1st down. That's not his game, Brock. That's not his game. He's somebody who wants to win by running through people, not popping out into space.
Yeah, I think we can agree he's probably going to hear that same messaging when he gets to the sidelines, too.
All right, a couple yards to make up, Brock. Time to rediscover the magic on this drive. Here's 2nd and 12. Another carry for him. And the ground game works for the touchdown. The Eagles are running them out of the building. Nobody counted on a return trip to the end zone for him, partner, and maybe that's why it worked out for his 2nd score of this game.
Yeah, and if 2's good, make him stop this fullback because the dude is on fire.
Let's go. Elliott on now to attempt the point after. Extra point sent right down the middle. And they'll continue adding to their lead.
Dolphins 38.
Elliott's all set for the kickoff. And it looks like he's going to opt not to bring this one out. So they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 35. The Dolphins offense ready to go as they take the field. And scoring hasn't been the issue for him, Brock, but it has been impossible to hold pace with the offense on the other side of this football field.
And we know they can't get this all back in one play, but they better do it with a sense of urgency.
It's his running back. And he has this down to the 34. That one goes for 31 yards. And that is the Dolphins' first down.
You know, Ken, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
They kick the running back in motion. Tagovailoa on first down. Jumps off to his running back. And he'll get this down to the 33-yard line.
Kid, I don't know why every once in a while I'll get these little flashbacks, but a little play like that just flashes me back to the preseason, my first preseason. And one of the veteran QBs said, hey, Brock, whatever you do, just find completions. You will never go broke taking a profit. Go get a completion. They're at a premium in this league.
to it now from the gun. Hopkins isn't holding up. They're into the drop it. And that pushes him back. Third down coming up.
This is just incredible. I mean, this is like dreams come true kind of stuff. 5 sacks in 1 Super Bowl. And if I'm in charge of choosing somebody, I'm going to say he's also going to be the Super Bowl MVP.
Defense gunning for a stop here. It's third down. Third and long for him here. Looking slant route, complete. Looks great initially, but he is short on that first down marker. They rallied to him in time to force the 4th down.
Awareness. You've got to be aware. Play caller, quarterback, receiver have to be aware of where the sticks are. Their route just not enough, not deep enough to extend the drive and move the chains.
Here he goes. Got to have this on 4th down. And we also had a flag game out just before that one fell incomplete. They may still get some big yards out of this one. I think we all saw their shoulders slump in unison when they saw that flag come out. They knew what that call was going to be.
And if he could, you know he'd dig a hole 10 feet under and go hide in it. You do not want to be the guy who gave this drive new life.
Ooh, talk about a bad look there, Brock. Going jumbo set and still moving backwards after that play.
I don't think you're talking to this defense, Kate, because I think they thought that was an excellent look to knock that thing backwards.
Yeah, good point, good point. After the loss, it's 2nd and goal from the 5. Tagovailoa now against the blitz. And he can't escape this. The Eagles take him down. Quickly, their chances at the end zone are running out, Brock. It's 3rd and goal.
This is one of those moments that I am just at a loss for words. We just saw a record-tying 12th sack in this ball game. It really is on 2 sides of it. On one side of it offensively, well, this has been impossible to block these guys. But, Kate, I have got to celebrate what we're seeing defensively. Just the 6th team in the history of this game to notch 12 sacks in 1 ball game.
I got him, on me.
On 3rd and goal, it's Tagovailoa. And he'll go down shy of the end zone. They mark him at the 4.
That's such a bummer, Kate, for a quarterback. If you have to scramble and take off, you'd really like to find a way to move the chains. He could not. The defense rallied, they responded, and they forced a 4th down.
Well, simply put, Brock, they absolutely need to have the conversion here on 4th down. They'll throw for it. And this is a Miami touchdown. The Dolphins putting up points in a game decided. Man, Brock, that defense held up 3 straight plays. They just couldn't come up with the one final stop they needed to get off the field.
And how about this offense? Courage of the offense to run it back for 1 more snap and make the adjustments on 4th and goal to finally punch it in. Quite the mini little chess match we just saw play out over those last 4 plays.
Patterson on for the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Dolphins cut into the lead by another point.
77, Dolphins 45.
Here's Patterson now to kick this away. Brown with a return here. Escapes a defender. And an excellent effort there sets him up almost at midfield. The Eagles and Saquon Barkley ready to take over once again. They're going to win this game, but with touchdowns on 3 straight drives, Brock, they're probably going to want to keep that streak going. They'll start this series with an option left. And out of bounds he goes on that big pickup. They're inside the red zone now. Even 38 on that one. That's good for an Eagles first down.
When they draw up these plays for the quarterback, these are the type of results they're expecting, Kate. Something that could tear a hole in the defense, move the chains, and just as importantly, and maybe most importantly, put a seed of doubt and thought into that defensive mind that the QB can run at any time.
And he's taken down as they very quickly get into first and goal.
Ooh, I like that. I really like it with those sticks. You can keep on the sidelines, and you get more than enough to get the first down.
They've got 3 tight ends on this first and goal, thinking run or play action. Going power with a big tight end. And they keep him out of the end zone. Can't even get beyond the line. Touchdown denied.
Kate, I'm pretty sure it's the book of Ecclesiastes in the Old Testament that there's a time for everything. In football, there's a time for creativity and a time to keep it simple, and that was not the time to be creative.
Ball still at the 3 as they get set for second and goal. They'll send him up the middle. And the defense wins this rep. That's stopped at the line, and now they've got third and goal.
Okay, this is going to be a fascinating call because defensively, you've stopped the run twice now, and I think you believe on that side, well, they got to put it in the air. But this is also where the offense could say, we got 2 more shots. Let's continue to pound the football. Can't wait to watch this one.
Kurtz now on third and goal. Flushed out of the pocket. And they take this in for the score. The Eagles throw 6 more on the blowout. Jalen Hurts with a touchdown.
Okay, we talked to enough coaches over the years, and find me a good red zone offense, and typically you'll find me a good creative quarterback. One that can extend the play, use his legs as effectively as he can his arm.
Elliott on now to attempt the point after. The point after splits the uprights. And they'll continue adding to their lead. Elliott's all set for the kickoff. And it didn't look like he was seriously considering a return there, did it? So that touchback going to come out to the 35. The Dolphins sending their offense back out there. And all game, they have struggled to attack this deficit. Maybe they can do a little window dressing here. First down, Tagovailoa to throw. And he's just going to get rid of this one. Smart move there. When you saw the field, it's going to be second down.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
Shotgun snap now to Tagovailoa. Downfield, this finds Waddle. And they do get him down, but the damage is done. This kid's down inside the 35-yard line. It's a pickup of 33 yards. And it's going to be first down Miami. So the complexion of this drive has changed dramatically now. New set of downs inside the 35. On first down, here's Tagovailoa. And this time they're going to get to him before he can get that pass away as he goes down. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up.
Hey, Kate, it's time to add some players and some names and a team to the all-time record list. It used to read 12 when it comes to sacks, accomplished 5 times. But you know what we just witnessed? We just witnessed the 13th sack of this game in NFL history. This group has lived behind the other side of the line all game long, and now they will live in their record books right now.
Pass rush could be coming again after that last sack, Brock. Let's see. Here's 2nd and 19. Here's Tagovailoa. Drop this down to Achane. And a nice gain here, but it stopped short of the first.
Rhythm. You hear me talk about rhythm a lot. Whether it's a golf swing, a baseball swing, heck, even a bowler. gets himself into rhythm. And I'm just telling you, kid, from experience, these little throws to running backs, it's one of the best things to get your offense into rhythm and a nice little gain on top of it.
The ball is out. And no turnover here, but a massive loss on that play as he recovers his own fumble. Well, hold on a sec. We've got an Eagle hurting pretty good out there, and they're going to head out to look at him. Punting unit out now. And this is going to be his 4th effort tonight. And this is going to stick them deep on their own side. That's out of bounds at the 9-yard line. Philadelphia's offense back out for another drive. With touchdowns on their last 2 drives, Brock, they're playing some of their best offense here. Could they try for 3 in a row despite the lead? Let's find out. And we'll take this ahead for 7. We've got 2nd and 3 now.
He's taken down at the 17-yard line. It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
7 yards on that last play, so this is 2nd and 3. Here's a drop play. Fullback gets it. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away.
Well, that's what I'm talking about. That's the kind of reaction time you want when you face a draw play. They broke on it shortly after the draw started, and they contained it to a minimal gain.
3rd and a lone yard coming up. It's a sneak, Hurts. And this defense is going to win this rep. They hold strong there in the middle, get him down right at the line. 4th down coming up. Just 1 yard on the run. That brings up 4th down. We've reached the 2-minute warning in Santa Clara. Eagles rolling here in a laugher. Now on 4th down, on comes Braden Mann to boot this away for the Birds. He's got this at the 27. And before that return amounts to much, they bring him down. Miami set to take over once again on offense. And they'll get one final chance in a game that, to put it mildly, Brock, has been a bit of a miserable experience for him. On 1st down, they're going to start out with Achane. They'll stop him here, but not before he gets out to the 47-yard line. It's a gain of 11 there, and that picks up the 1st.
A run like that, Kate, it just gives everybody a little bit more bounce offensively because you also know it can set the table for more.
Here's 1st and 10 from the 47. Zone read, they hand it to Achane. He's going to take this down to the 31 before he gets taken down. They get 23 on that one. And that is the Dolphins' 1st down.
No frills, nothing fancy. That was just a good old offensive line dominated in the trenches. And that sprung him to get to the 2nd level and beyond.
New set of downs for him from the 31. 1st and 10 now. Here's Tagovailoa. Finds him over the middle. He's brought down at the 17-yard line. They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs.
I love throwing on 1st down. And when you see a 1st down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you plan for, and you go out and execute.
So a new set of downs. Here we go. 1st and 10. Working inside the red zone. Dumps it off to Achane. This play reaches the 12-yard line before the stop is made.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on 1st down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. Out of the gun, Tagovailoa. And this time, they're going to get to him before he can get that pass away as he goes down. And that pushes him back. 3rd down coming up.
6 yards. And it's 3rd down.
And the Eagles have flown back to that mountaintop, partner, repeating as Super Bowl champions. Well, as we all remember, last year, such a memorable game in its own right, seeing them deny Kansas City that three-peat. And now this game's going to sit right next to it in Eagles lore, repeating as champions and claiming their third now Super Bowl title.
And we know how hard it is to do, right? Especially in this sport where everything is set up for you not to get back on this stage. The draft and free agency and schedule and all of it. And yet they've overcome it. They've overcome it with stability. They've overcome it with tremendous players. And in that Philly market, they know how to play some physical football.
So for our entire crew here at EA Sports, for my partner Brock Hewitt and myself, that's going to do it on another fantastic NFL season. We cannot wait to catch you all again in the fall. I'm Kate Scott. Wherever and however you've been watching, please get home safe tonight, everybody. Good night from Santa Clara.
When I tell you that was a good game, man, that was a good game. The Philadelphia Eagles are your Danger Bowl champions. Man, though, I wasn't really expecting all that. I wasn't expecting that. First quarter, Miami got 10, Philly got 28. Second quarter, Philly got 21, Miami got 7. Third quarter, Miami got 21, Philly got 21. Fourth quarter, Philly got 14, Miami got 7. And that's how you got this score, 84-45. And the Philadelphia Eagles are your Danger Bowl champions. Danger Bowl 1 champions. Man. Anyways, hope y'all enjoyed this. This was a good season. Anyways, peace out. Man, that was a good DFL season. I guess I'll see y'all in Madden 27.